Poriot is a web inspection tool built for designers. It exists as a Chrome extension and can be added to a page from the extensions bar. As elements are hovered, their bounding box is highlighted and a label appears showing useful information about the element. Elements can be selected by left-clicking, which reveals additional information in the panel. From this panel, the element's properties can be modified. White space can be visualized by turning on margin and padding. Poriot can support a website's design system. In this case, the designer wishes to use a font that is not currently part of the design system. When modifying elements, Poriot will also update similar instances. These instances are highlighted in purple, and if the designer only wishes to update the single instance she is working on, this functionality can be toggled off. Let's say the designer wants to remove the use of orange on the site. First, they replace the banner image with the new one. Then, they change the background color of the navigation bar. When an element is selected, a breadcrumb of parent elements is shown. These can be clicked on until the designer finds the element with the orange background. Finally, the designer wishes to emphasize the two paper deadlines. Changes can be highlighted by turning on Redline Changes. This outlines all changes in red and shows a label with the properties that changed and their new values. These changes can be exported as a JSON file. Changes can also be toggled on and off to flip between the old and new version. The designer received a JSON file from a friend and decides to preview the new design. These changes are pretty rad, but need one last tweak. Styles can be copied from one element to another using Command-C and Command-V. A modal shows the properties being transferred. Now that's a good-looking website. We tested Poriot on popular sites like Google and Amazon. It can also be used as a learning tool to understand how websites, like the beautiful Stripe pages, were designed. Poriot can also be used to audit the typography of a website. Here we find as we toggle through the categories that the CHI website has a random link using the font Arial. We compared Poriot to Chrome DevTools in a user study with UI/UX designers. We found that designers had significantly higher task completion rates, faster task completion times, a lower perceived cognitive load, and an expressed preference for using Poriot.